my lovely subscribers and viewers. Jasmine, the TMNT fan here. So I know this video was long overdue, but like I've been telling y'all, I've been really busy, plus it was taking me a while to actually place Mikey in certain spots, like certain iterations and shit. But yeah, I finally am doing this video, finally. So might even not even do any more of these after this because, I also gotta get back to my Tmnt listener videos. I haven't done one of those in a little while. So give me some requests for those kind of videos in the comments below. I would like to hear your guys' requests and shit, because I am very bad at thinking of ideas at this point. Like, honestly, But yeah, now it's time to get on with this video. See y'all later. Starting at number 10, Mutant Mayhem, of course. I keep saying this every time, but I really do not like this movie. And that's what makes me not like these characters in particular or whatever. It's nothing against the characters. I'm sure they're cool or whatever, but personally, the movie just did not sit well with me. Honestly, that's just my opinion. And whatnot. But yeah, there's not much to say on this one. I really do not like this movie at all. At number 9, we have The Next Mutation. I personally love this show. Don't get me wrong. I don't have anything really bad about it to say about the show. But the character himself, he's just so uncomfortably horny with Venus. It's weird. Like, honestly, it's just weird to see Mikey like that, because he's known to be, like, the young and the innocent one out of all of them. Like, you would more expect, like, Leo or Raph even to be, like, how Mikey is. But unfortunately, for some reason in this, Mikey is, like, the most horniest one of all of them. It is so weird and very uncomfortable. I don't know. Oh, my Lord. Like, don't get me wrong, Venus looks kind of pretty for a turtle, but I personally just don't like Mikey being this way. It's just not my thing. I don't like it. Not one bit. And number 8, we have the 2007 TMNT movie, Michelangelo. The only thing I really have to say that's positive about this Mikey is that, the only thing that makes me laugh about him in this is literally when he was getting beat up by a bunch of kids because he's a party entertainer, I think is what he is, or whatever the hell. I personally feel like that. Other than that, he's just quite boring. Doesn't really have a lot in the movie, really. It's more revolved around Leo and Raph themselves and their, like, relationship or whatever. I don't know. I personally don't really have a lot to say about this one, but at least he's a little more better than Mutant Mayhem or Next Mutation. Just honestly, like, come on. At number 6 or 7, is the Red Skyark Michelangelo. This Mikey, he's so serious. He still has his comedy side or whatever. Like, he still throws, like, funny jokes here and there in the last 3 seasons, which is season 8 through 10, which is what the Red Skyark is or whatever, in the 1987 series. But really, like, I don't know what to really say. And I love the last 3. I love the whole series more than the Red Skyark for some reason. I don't know. I personally just like the Red Skyark. I don't know why I really like this. I think it's more the theme song that gets stuck in my head that I really like this series only because of the theme song. But Mikey, like I said, will throw one-liners. The only thing I really hate is the whole monster thing. Like, I think I've said about all of them because they're just really, like, creepy as those big, like, turtle monster thingies. I don't know. It's just weird to me. I don't know what to say about it. But yeah, Mikey still does like to throw in some, comic relief or comedic relief or however pronounce it. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm sorry. It's like 2 a.m. where I live right now. So, and I'm not exactly the smartest person when it comes to these. So, yeah. Next we have the 1990 movie, Michelangelo. He's, of course, funny in this, too, and especially in the second one, where, he uses the yo-yo, and he beats up the bad guys with the yo-yo, and he goes after them with, whatever the meats are, sausages, I think, or whatever they are. I think you guys know what I'm talking about if you watch the 1990 movies. I'm not quite sure what it's called, but I don't know what they are, but whatever. And, he also just is very funny in the 1990 movies. Obviously, we all know how Mikey usually is. So, yeah. Next is a 2003 Mikey. I hate that I had to put him, in this spot, but it's just... He's such a child. I get he's the youngest, so he's supposed to be, the most immature of them. But at least in 2012 and shit, he's a little more mature. And this, it's like you basically have to hold his hand in this series for whatever purpose. I don't know if they did that just because of, for comedy or something, but it's not even really that funny at most. Yeah, he's funny sometimes, but the whole immature, childish thing is really not it for me. Honestly, it's just quite annoying. And especially when he starts bragging about being the champion or whatever. It's just so annoying. Honestly, I know y'all probably, or at least most of you probably think the same thing. I'm sick and tired of his whole childish thing. It's just really annoying, honestly. Again, I get he's the youngest and the most immature of them all, but again, really? He, he doesn't even really take being a ninja as serious. I don't really see him much of a ninja. I see him more like a child. It's just quite ridiculous, especially where he's a teenager. It's quite annoying. Next is the Bayverse, Michelangelo. Now, this Mikey, he's funny, and he's not even immature, really. And he's very funny. The only thing I have to say I don't really like about this Mikey is the fact that he has a crush on April. It's so weird to me because, obviously, I'm more of a... Now, I know y'all are probably going to hate me for this, but I'm more of an Apritello fan, which actually I want to do those rankings eventually, the ships of the Tmnt series. I'll get to those eventually, but for now we're focusing on just Mikey right now. Or not really ranking, but want to talk about the ships. I'll post a poll after this video is posted to ask you if you guys want me to do that. Anyway, but yeah, it's just so weird to see Mikey having a crush on April O'Neil, especially, since this was around the time when Donnie and April were a ship, and they were being a whole big thing in, the 2012 series. It's so weird. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know. That's the only bad thing I have to say about him. He can kick ass when he wants to. He's funny. He's not very immature like his other iterations. He's not childish as much. And, yeah. Next, we have of course, 2012 Michelangelo. I'm sure you guys are surprised to see him not in first or at least second, but the only thing I have to say that I don't like about this Mikey is that he's immature and childish. I mean, he's not as immature and childish as 2003, obviously, like I mentioned, but it's just ridiculous sometimes how immature Mikey can be. Again, I know he's supposed to be the youngest and he's supposed to be the immature one. That's his character thing. But it's just very annoying at times, But he will kick ass and he loves his brothers dearly. So, I mean, he even tried, like, you know, he saved his brothers from the mutant wasp. I'm sorry, I can't speak. Like I said, it's like 2 in the morning at where I live. So, you know, but, you know, like, he can kick ass when he wants to. Unlike 2003 Mikey, where he doesn't always take his ninja training seriously. Like, it's quite embarrassing when you think about it. But anyway, back to 2012. At least he takes his ninjutsu somewhat seriously. There are times he doesn't take it so seriously, but he's mostly serious about being a ninja. Next, which is number 2, I believe, is Rise Michelangelo. This Mikey, oh my god. I love how creative he is. He's not immature. Like, he'll kick ass when he needs to. And I love his Dr. Delicate Touch and Dr. Feelings characters or whatever. Especially Dr. Delicate Touch when he's supposed... If you never watch Rise, is what this is. Dr. Delicate Touch is basically Mikey's, like, other persona or whatever you call it. Where he delivers hard news and he acts like he says it nicely, but he ends up just doing it in a harsh way either way. So I always find that funny, and everyone else always agrees with me on that part because, you know, it's funny. But, you know, and I love how Raph is very overprotective of his brothers, especially Mikey, like in that one episode where Mikey went to go get a video game, I think, and Raph was against him going alone, but Leo and Donnie were fine with it or whatever. But Donnie only said whatever about Leo because, you know, whatever. But, yeah. And of course, at number 1, we had the original 1987 Michelangelo. This Mikey, oh my god. This is, I think, the only time I've ever put any 1987 iteration of the TMNT ever. But it's only because, like, he's not immature, really. Like, he has that surfer voice, like, yeah, cowabunga, dude. And that whole thing, the whole cowabunga thing, I love it. You know? Like, while 2012 Mikey will say, booyakasha, 1987 says cowabunga. It is the most wonderfulest thing, especially in that, like, surfer dude voice. It's so fucking funny. Plus, he breaks the fourth wall, not as much as, like, Raph does, but he's pretty darn close to it. And, you know, like, yeah, you know, he can sometimes kick ass, I guess. I don't even know, honestly. I haven't watched the full series. I gotta find a way to watch that series again. But it's hard because there's not really many places that, like, do all the episodes of the series, unfortunately. But, you know, this Mikey... It's just honestly my favorite, in my opinion. As someone who was born in 2006, I wasn't even, like, this was the year, like, my mom was, like, 2 years old when this series first aired. So I personally find that funny, and so I think this was, like, the first TMNT my mom introduced me to when I started watching cartoons and stuff. If I remember, it was either this one or, like, I might be wrong, it was either this one or 2012, I think. I don't remember which TMNT iteration I watched first. But, yeah, this Mikey, when I heard his voice, I just instantly knew this was going to be my favorite Michelangelo 10-1. And boy, was I right. Because, like, his voice, like, and before you think anything, no, I do not have a crush on him. I'm just saying that, honestly, his server voice is just so funny. And it makes his lines even funnier sometimes. Like, honestly, you know? Because I sense a drop of star potential with a little boost that just could turn torrential. Come on!